Some bullish indicators going off for Cardano as it begins its climb to the upside. Is this the bullish reversal we've been waiting for? Let's break it down. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for watching the video. Let's jump into the Cardano video. There's a lot to go over. Finally, Cardano, I mean, it's doing something. It's at least doing something. There's a move, and there's some really interesting indicators we have to take a look at. So let's do it for a reference point, for a roadmap as we work through this video and look at the technicals for Cardano. Here's this symmetrical triangle. And we started looking at this speculatively back in December 13th, 10 days ago. I'm not going to show a clip, but basically talking about, hey, if Cardano bottoms here, this is a really nice visualization of the potential bullish move that is to come, or worst case scenario, break to the downside. And we talked about this visualization being a really good way to be prepared for upside and downside. And in this video, I want to mainly talk about upside, mainly because we have a potential bullish reversal in play right now. We have really, really important things happening. So let's do it. And I want to start first on the weekly. So first on the weekly, just let's draw our attention really quickly. We've been tracking the stock RSI as it's been bottoming out, and it's getting some upward momentum, very similar to a move that we had in July. And that's it's kind of an anchor point to a lot of the things we're going to talk about in this video. This move back in July and the similarities that are happening right now in the charts. If you remember, maybe you were here, maybe you weren't, back in July, there was a very big consolidation from like $2.50 to below a dollar. And then, and there was a lot of people frustrated with ADA, and then we got the bounce. Now, stock RSI right here on the weekly chart, very similar, even with this MACD, the shift in momentum of the MACD, you can see the similarities. Way more drastic of a move to the downside on this MACD here, but same as July, we're getting this upward move on the histogram, and you can just see it. It's this first weekly upward move. We want to see how this week closes. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but as we start digging in the charts, we start realizing some things we need to see Cardano do. But this is a really nice upward move for Cardano on the stock RSI. That's number one. Now, number two, on the daily chart, and this is probably even more important. A daily candle in play right now, and it's not closed. We still have over 8 hours on this daily candle right here, right above, trading above the 20-day moving average. And that 20-day moving average right around $1.30 right now. So on this daily chart, it is the move we want to see. It's a move we've been waiting for. And we've talked about it really just in this entire downtrend, just getting above this 20-day moving average and staying above it. Consistent closes above the 20-day moving average, even if it's sideways closing, but closing daily candles above. We had a very brief fake out in November, and it was not long lasting, and we got very quick bullish confirmation on our way back down. But here we are, turning the ship around potentially, and it starts with the 20-day moving average with Cardano trading above the 20-day. Now, remember, we were just talking on that weekly chart about Cardano, the reversal similar to July on the momentum oscillators. And if we go back to the daily chart now, check this out. At that time, when Cardano was making the move to the upside in July and putting in that reversal we just looked at on the weekly, Cardano was also getting back above the 20-day moving average. So you can see here, same exact thing, getting above the 20-day moving average. Now I want to talk about another data point on this daily chart, and it kind of starts with this chart that I just posted on Twitter, right? So I said Cardano wants that parabolic move so bad. I'm just tweeting that. This was like almost 2 hours ago, and I got this comment I really want to talk about. It's a good point. It's a good thing to look at. They said daily stock RSI at the top already. Like, it's a concern, right? Man, the daily stock RSI, that momentum oscillator on the daily, is already overbought, is what they're saying. And so I mentioned we can't use one indicator alone, and especially this indicator. It's a quicker moving momentum oscillator. You really need to pair it up with everything else going on in the charts. But let me even dig in further into that. So here's the daily chart, and here's the move he's talking about. Man, Cardano's overbought on the stock RSI. It's like, it's nice that we got a little bounce, but it's overbought now. And what I'm saying is, It's a quicker moving momentum oscillator, meaning the RSI, it is just ready to explode. If we can break, especially this resistance area that it's at right now, which has been in this entire downtrend for months. If number one, we can break that, there is so much room for upside. And look at where Cardano is on the RSI, a very similar area as back in July. Not a surprise. A very similar area as that last time it was putting in that 20-day moving average close, right, on this daily chart. And even, look at this, a similar area as the stock RSI back then, meaning it was overbought back then in July at the very beginning of that nice little bull run that Cardano had from around $1.20 to $3 all-time high, right? So this indicator alone, not enough just to go off of and say, hey, that's overbought. Cardano's going back down, because it was entering overbought as it was getting ready to really do something really crazy. And we could be in a similar environment right now. All the charts are coming together the same. And just because they are, we can't sit here and say, everybody, this is it. Cardano reversal in. Cardano's going to new all-time high. It's going to do exact same thing as it did before. It's fun to do that, and we can actually just do it real quick, just for fun. Right? Let's take it, that 20-day moving average right here back in July. The Cardano trading above the 20-day moving average, I should say, to all-time high. There's the move. Let's put it on the chart here, and then boom. We're back above $3. This could be more sideways. It could be quicker. It could be faster. It could be higher. But there's the move, potentially the upside scenario. Cardano has done it before. Cryptos do these things. They tend to just move in this flow, the synergistic flow. But again, everybody, it's not guaranteed. And I should have prefaced this entire video by saying this isn't financial advice. I'm not even predicting. I'm preparing for scenarios. In this video, this is a bullish scenario we want to look at. But this is the data, and I'm really curious to see how this data plays out. So now back to kind of how we started the video, talking about this triangle here. We have this triangle, symmetrical triangle. What we would be looking for Cardano is to, we have the swing high, we have a lower high, upper trend line touch. We have a swing low, we have a higher low, right? This is where we're getting the formation of the triangle. What we want to see is a third touch to an upper trend line. And what that looks like is very confluent with a Fibonacci lower high resistance. So that previous swing high to the swing low Cardano put in, the painful one in December. And we have, I don't have it charted perfectly, but this square, this rectangle, right around the 786 at 215 to the 618 at $1.91. It sounds crazy. Especially right now, there's so many bearish people on ADA, even in crypto in general. But that would be the move, everyone. I know it sounds like a lot, it sounds big, but that would be the move we'd be looking for. On the macro zoomed out chart, that wouldn't even be the bullish confirmation. There's bullish confirmations on the short-term charts, which we started looking at the other day. We broke a really key lower high Fibonacci that Cardano was testing to break the short-term downtrend. Bullish confirmation broken, and that's why we have this uptrend right now that Cardano's in on the short term. But on that zoomed out chart, if we want that bull market continuation, this is that bullish confirmation area, that range, because Cardano could make a move to this area, right? It could take weeks, it could take days, whatever. It could make a move to this entire upper trend line. And maybe it ends up over here at like $1.85 sometime in January, right? In a month from now. But if it doesn't break it and it continues back down, we haven't gotten bullish confirmation. We're still consolidating on the macro. And these are the things that we need to anticipate. These are the reasons why I do these videos, so that I can just, on any given day, especially when we're getting a potential reversal and the charts are looking nice on the short term, this move is really, it's nice. And it's the beginning stages of a potential reversal, and it's beginning stages of potential bullishness. It's nice. But if you zoom out, it's really not much, right? We're getting these bullish indicators. That's good, but it's really not much. On the bigger long-term story of things, when you start zooming out on the charts, a lot has to happen, and it really revolves around patience. We have to be patient. We have to be prepared for all of these different scenarios, because they're all over the place on these screens, and that's the purpose for technical analysis. So yes, some nice targets to the upside. We're talking about $2 plus again is a target for Cardano as it continues to consolidate. But out of that and leading into that, there's a lot of things going on. Remember, Cardano, how's it going to close this current daily candle today? The 20-day moving average at $1.30. The 50-day moving average, a big one on the way up, $1.62. The 200-day moving average, $1.83. Now, Cardano needs to break all of those things, get back above all of those things. What that story looks like could be a very big story of big volatility along the way, and we have to be patient for that. We have to track it. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing these videos. I appreciate you. On the short term, though, it's nice to see Cardano make that break out of this upper trend line, make that break through that Fibonacci right there. And let's see what kind of structure on the short term chart we'll get from Cardano. 2.5 hours around on the 6-hour chart left. Is this the swing high for Cardano to the downside? Real quick, just to prepare y'all. Swing low to potential swing high. We have downside support for a higher low, even in the midst of a bullish reversal of around $1.27 to $1.24. It's a Fibonacci higher low support range. So keep an eye out on that. See if it holds, if Cardano does visit that area. So appreciate you coming by. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.